My name is Fan Fantasy and I cover tactical and immersive games. Previously on our last episode, NATO and West Germany now have the initiative after the East Germans have failed to push further inland. The East Germans are holding on to the borders so that more reinforcements from the Warsaw Pact can arrive. To prevent this, NATO must take out the remaining forces out of West Germany. All NATO forces in the area have received orders that they are not to cross into East Germany after they push them out. With this last push, we hope to gain a better advantage for peace talks on our own terms. This last episode will be a bit shorter as we attempt to finish our campaign, followed by an after-action report on this season and this campaign and what's next to come. Don't forget to check out GHPC on their Discord and their Patreon, link will be provided below. Make sure to leave that like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode and campaign series. Make sure to stay to the end. Alright, welcome back to my campaign series. In this episode, as I'm wrapping up, we're going to be attacking. And so we're going to be playing as the M1 tank platoon, followed by an M2 Bradley. We're tasked to attack a key position. However, we don't know what the enemy force is. So that's going to be a problem, but I think we'll be able to manage if we're a little careful this time. So yeah, let's do this. It's like we're going to be starting from the south, and then we're going to make our way to the north. So I remember how they usually are at. The tanks are stationed not directly at the objective point, but usually around it. So they could be along this valley, road. And so that's something that we do need to be careful of. So what we'll do is we'll head straight on north, and then we'll check if we encounter any resistance. Instead of going through the main road to the east, we might try to... Actually, I don't think we can... Yeah, we can flank. We'll flank them going west and then make our way north. And then we'll circle around this area if we don't see anything, so... Yeah, so that's the plan. As I'm wrapping up this season right now, or this series, let me know your thoughts on the comments below. You know, I want to hear... if you enjoyed this so far. I've definitely been enjoying and learning. I think we're going to go through here so we get a better look at the situation in the valley. Oh yeah, look at that. They are. I'm going to adjust my tank. Let's get our guys to follow it. It's a wedge. If you're a Bradley, I would take those out. Alright. So I think those are T-72s. We're gonna go for them right now. That's a hit. Go for one more. I should have hit him. And fire. Yep, he's gone. They're gonna go for the middle one. I don't think he sees us. Good hit. Okay, let's go for him. Just making sure. Yep, that's a direct hit. We got all three of those tanks. I wonder where our Bradleys are. I'm gonna check our Bradleys. Okay, our Bradleys are... they're next to us. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna keep going up north. You know, I had a feeling that we could see better on this side of the hill, and glad that paid off a little bit. Actually, yeah, I don't think... our tanks are probably gonna get stuck, so I'm gonna get them to move in a column. We're gonna follow the Bradleys. We're gonna support them. Or they're supporting us, actually. Oh, you go first. Alright, buddy, you don't have to hit me. Seems to me that there's a traffic jam over here. for some reason. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm gonna push you. Main road should be to our left now. Oh, one of our tanks are engaging. From where? What is that? Oh, wow, we actually got him. Alright, let's take a look. So they were T-55s, not T-72s, but wow, we engaged them from like 3 kilometers away. You know, instead of going down the road, we decided to scout ahead by looking at from the valley or from the hill. Did see 3 tanks, and apparently they were the T-55s, and we engaged them from almost about 3 kilometers plus, and we landed a shot on him. I think it took him about 2 or 3 shots, and then this is the second tank that we hit. It was a direct hit. Yeah, I hit the radiator and then exploded and all that. Jeez, look at all the shrapnel going in. Okay, and then our M2 Bradleys did do some work as usual. They fired the chill launcher at one of the BMPs, and then we finished off the last tank on the right. Yep, so he took him out, and it was behind a fence next to some trees. I would not have seen that. Oh, one of our tanks fired a house for some reason, and I guess he missed because he was aiming for that BMP. Oh, so we didn't get him on time, but the last BMP. But we won. We achieved victory. So they lost 15 and they lost 5 equipment. We lost none, and we have completed our first campaign series of Gunner Heap PC. And if you look at the blue bar, we didn't lose at all, although we were very close to losing some matches. And now for my campaign after action report. In conclusion to this successful campaign, the East Germans have been pushed back, preventing any further reinforcements from entering. So it's now up to the civilian governments to decide what to do next. And so that will be the end of the story for this season. Before I talk about some of my key learning points, I do want to talk about Gunner Heap PC as both a game and simulator. But at the end of the day, it is a reminder that this is still a video game, and so things are still limited and this game is still in development. What I really enjoyed so far is the neat features that the campaign has to offer, such as the dynamic defense positions and the unknown factor, which in some cases you wouldn't know what the enemy strength and sizes are. Not only is that realistic, but it slows the game down to be a bit more methodical. If you watch my first episode of the series, there's a few simple intentions that I have, which is learning to be a bit more tactical as a tanker and having that awareness in the battlefield, while having fun in this campaign journey as you guys are part of it. So what have I learned or gained from it aside from the game mechanics? The first thing is really planning ahead. Regardless of the scenario, I think planning is such an important aspect of being a tanker, such as planning your routes, where to go, and how to get there. And I think it's easy to just be mindless and go to your objective without caring. To me, being tactical means having a methodical plan ahead or certain procedures. I'm still trying to get comfortable with sticking to the plan, but also adapting to the situation if it requires. The second most important thing that I've gained and learned is really taking as much time as needed. As I said before, it's easy to go mindlessly and to blow things up, or to get ambushed because of the lack of situational awareness, especially if you don't know the enemy strength and size. Sometimes it might mean going around instead of going head on to where you think the enemy is at. For example, there was a time when all my tanks got blown off by a T-72, and so the Bradleys were what was left. Instead of going head on, I decided that it was much better to flank them. Another thing is really just stopping and scanning for your surroundings and just looking at possible enemy positions. At times when I'm not patient, it's really easy to lose units, and the good thing is that the campaign has yet to add the cost of loss of units in the whole campaign. And lastly, as an overall takeaway, I really enjoyed this experience, and just forcing myself to be a little bit more thoughtful and just being a little bit more tactical and just knowledgeable of some of the tanks and how they function in the battlefield. It was overall fun, and I think that's what it matters at the end of the day. So as I wrap up this video, part of the purpose of this campaign series is to learn and just to have fun with me, because I truly believe that GHPC has a lot of potential to be a really good tactical tank game, as you can see on the roadmap. If there's a genre under milsim or tactical games, GHPC would definitely fall into that subgenre of tanks and vehicles, and I'm excited to not only see the future plans, but to really be part of it too. Also, I do read some of the comments from the series, and I'm thankful for the encouragement and the constructive feedback. Know that some of these comments have really helped me to keep going, and I'm glad to have you guys to be part of it, and also to entertain you through this YouTube medium. In terms of future plans of this campaign, I don't think I'll be doing another campaign series very soon, not yet until they add more stuff such as support units, and there are things that are still not yet balanced and a few glitches like the AI. I would like to say that I would love to start off as the East Germans or the Warsaw Pact in the next season of this campaign. In the meantime, I'll be covering more single missions and scenarios, so stay tuned for those, as well as some other tank games that I'll be playing. So that's enough of me talking. Make sure to leave that like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video so far and this whole series. And subscribe, because it will really help my small channel to grow. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay blessed.